We as women place so many limits on ourselves. The limits can come from things that people have said to us that we have internalized and started to believe. The limits can come from things that we think or say to ourselves that we really start to embrace and believe about ourselves. But those limits come in and then we accept them as our own. And so a lot of times what we have to do is we have to watch the environment that we are in. So the environment can be the physical environment. So who are you around? What type of, is it a safe environment, a bad environment, a toxic environment, a peaceful environment? What kind of environment is it? But in addition to that, the environment can also be the things that you're telling yourself. So your environment up here, is your environment conducive to you growing? So are the things that you're saying and doing and thinking conducive to your growth? So let me ask you guys a question. Are you a pumpkin? Ooh, that's random, right? I know it's random, but let me explain. So there's been studies done on pumpkins, and when pumpkins are the size of an acorn, it's a really tiny, tiny size, they can be placed into a jar, and the pumpkin will only grow as big as the jar will allow. So the pumpkin will not grow past that. And so the reason I ask you, are you a pumpkin? Because so many of us place these limitations on ourselves, but are we going to push past that jar, past those limitations? Or are we going to stay stuck in that size that they told us we had to be, stuck in that size that forms for the pumpkin? You have to ask yourself that and really start to make choices that will not limit you, but help you to push past that glass jar, help you to push past that glass ceiling, help you to push past those things that are keeping you stuck. So ask yourself today, what limits have you placed on yourself? What limits are you internalizing? Are you placing limits saying that you're not good enough? Are you internalizing limits that say you can't do what you want to do? Are you internalizing limits saying this isn't conducive for a woman? Or because I'm a parent, I'm limited? Are you placing limits saying that you're not a priority? Are you placing limits because you don't think you have the right finances? I mean, there are so many limits that women face that they place on themselves. So that can be due to insecurity, that can be due to fear, that can be due to overwhelm or stress. But these are limits that you're placing. But the problem is with that is that the truth is with that, you don't have to embrace that. You don't have to believe those limits. You don't have to accept them or make them yours. You can make your own expectations and set them high, set the standard high, set the bar high. So that way you have an opportunity to grow big. You're not limited to this small confined space, but you have an opportunity to expand your thoughts, to expand your possibilities, and really reach a potential greater than you could ever visualize. So ask yourself today, are you a pumpkin? I hope you're not a pumpkin. And if you are, get yourself out of that jar. Break free and set your own environment, set your own circumstances so that you can achieve everything that you truly desire, not what limits are placed on you. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.